Hi everyone, Scott Weaver with Designer's Workroom. So I'm starting a new series and it's called How to Pinch Pleat Draperies for Beginners. So this is like our volume 1 per se on the beginning chapters, and I'm going to go over your rods and specifically your drapery stack back. And what I mean by drapery stack back is so it stacks off of your window. So there is a formula for that, and to begin with, what we need to do is to measure the width of your window. And this is probably the only time that we are going to be mentioning the width of the window. After this, we're going to be only mentioning our width of our rod, because our goal here is to teach you how to pinch pleat a pair of draperies or a panel. And so we're starting with the window itself, and so let's begin. Now, as you can tell, the draperies stack off on the window, and let's see, yeah, that's about as far. It goes back a little farther. So you can tell there is the molding right here, and that's what you want to do when you are figuring your draperies. You don't want to hang your rod on the molding itself, and you should be stacking your draperies off. What happens when you do that is your window looks much larger. So this is a standard traverse rod, whether using a traverse rod or even a decorative pole. You want your rod to be at least 2 inches above your molding. So and especially when it's a decorative rod, decorative pole, you want your bracket at least, the bottom of your bracket at least 2 inches above your molding or above your window if you do not have a molding. So that's where you want your height. And again, you don't want to be putting it on the molding above it and going outward. So we have to determine how far we're going to go past our window for what we call the drapery stacking. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure the window. And I'm going to go outside the molding to outside the molding. I have 40 inches. So we're going to take 40 inches and we're going to divide that in 3. And the reason why, because we're using 1/3 of the window as our stack back. So with your calculator, you want to take 40 inches and divide it by 3. And you're going to come up with 13.33 inches. 13.33, so you're going to round up to 14 inches. So that means that now your rod is going to be 40 inches, the window width, plus 14 inches makes your rod 54 inches. This is going to be important while you're pinch pleating your draperies. So now your rod is 54 inches, and that means that you're coming off your window 7 inches on this side and 7 inches on that side. That is what's called your stacking. So figuring that, if you have very thick fabric, you may want to go a little farther out. Maybe instead of going 13, go 16, go 18 inches. Also, one of my determining factors is I'm going past the molding. So if you don't have molding, my suggestion is measure the window itself and then add 4 extra inches to that, divide that by 3. So that will give you your stacking. Okay, so it's going to be the 1/3 of your window. Whatever your window size, you're going to measure it, and whatever the 1/3 of it, if it was 75 inches, if you divide that by 3, you can come up with 25 inches. So you take that 25 inches and you add it to your 75-inch window, and that means it's 100 inches, and that is what your rod's going to be. And that also means that you're stacking off on each side of it that much. Now, let's say this window had a wall right here. Or there's a fireplace, and then there's another window beyond the fireplace where you can't stack your draperies on this side. You have to do all your stacking on the opposite side. So what that would mean, instead of taking the 14 inches, which you had 7 inches and 7 inches, now all of that's going to stack either off the left or the right. So you're just going to set your rod just a little past your wood frame and come over on this side or the opposite side that entire 14 inches. And the reason why you would do that is to, again, to clear your window. The same holds true if you have a sliding glass door. Usually sliding glass door, your door is either going to open up to the right or you're going to open up to the left. So when you measure that, you're going to measure the third of that window size and say again, it's 75 inches wide, divided by 3, that would be 25 inches. You would take that entire 25 inches and you'd stack your drape off onto that side. That's going to give you a clear view. And that's what you want. So that's how you're going to figure stacking. So this is the very first part of it. From now, the next video, we're going to explain how much material you need to make your draperies. How many widths of material, what the drapery fullness should be, and etc. So this is part 1. We're going to go on to part 2, and there's probably going to be several parts onto this video. Thank you for watching. Scott Weaver with Factory Direct Designers Workroom. I hope you enjoyed the content of my videos, and I'm hoping that you're going to like and subscribe to my channel. It would be muchly appreciated. Also, I put a lot of time and effort into putting this together, and I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't mind donating a small portion of money to keep this channel going. It's of course not necessary, but it's always appreciative. And also with that, if you have any questions regarding maybe some drapery stack back or swags, whatever your question is, I would be happy to help you out with that. And to do that, all you need to do is just search for Scott Weaver or Scott Weaver videos, and you can click on it, and there's the subscribe button, of course. And then you click onto my face here, and over here you'll see a donate to PayPal. You hit that, and it'll bring you to the link, and it is safe and secure. There it is right there. You can donate with either a credit card, any credit card or debit card, or by PayPal. Of course, this is not necessary, and I'm going to keep giving you the best videos that I possibly can with the limited resources I have. But anyhow, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.